Fuck boy? Yeah, what is a fuck boy? Um, Let me give you the definition. American Dictionary of a fuck boy. Now, this definition goes a man who has, well, hold on, let's go back up. There we go. The first definition is a weak or contemptible man. The other definition that is more short is a man who has many casual sexual partners. Now let's go back, let's go down to the urban dictionary. Keep it a little hood, you know what I mean? Now, it's a boy who plays with girls' feelings and who doesn't really like them and would do, say anything a girl wants to hear in order to have sex with them or to get something. So as we start today's show, fuck boy. Are you for or anti? Do you date fuck boys or are you repelled by them? If so, why? On either front. And the reason I asked this is because conversation the other day. A lot of people don't really realize what it is that they do. A lot of people will talk as if they're for something and be totally against it and not even know. You get what I mean? So at this hour, I really want to know who's for, who's against. Who is this? Oh boy. See, I hate being interrupted by spammers, but that's a daily activity for a lot of people. And speaking of spammers, when you get a 233 country code, which is Ghana, it takes fuckboys to be able to have the time to do this shit. You know what I mean? Because the average man can't sit at a cafe or on his phone or on his laptop and be writing all these spam emails and ish like that. I mean, come on, man. Also, let's talk about the difference between a fuckboy and a man. We already know by definition, basically a boy. It's not a man who fucks around, give mixed signals, tell you what you want to hear, just so you could drop, you know what, and pretend. Then later on down the line, pretend you mean absolutely nothing for them. How many of you ladies dealt with that? This is what I can all say. Most men all been fuckboys at one place in their life or another. It's just that some spend more years being one than others. Unfortunately, I was one of those who spent way too much time being one. But see, the thing is this. A fuckboy can't accomplish anything but his sexual conquest. That's it. A man is able to do all that, have a sexual conquest, and still be productive in society. We're going to get an early guest on here, which is cool. But let me introduce everything. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women, ladies and gentlemen, however you want to say it. But this is the Marion Ghana Show here on the IG Live. Today's episode is, just as I said it earlier, fuckboy, are you for or anti? So we're going to get it popping a little early, I guess. I got to get a gavel so I could play judge. That's what I want to do. Got to hit up Amazon tonight, get the gavel. So we're going to start bringing judgment down on everybody. So everybody gets on, it's going to be a judgment. We're going to find out if you truly are what you say you are. Who are you dating? Are you dating a fuckboy or a man? Who are you more attracted to, men or fuckboys? Because it's no way that if all girls start saying, oh, of course, a man, you will hear that But then you go look into their history and their present day activities, and it might just show you completely different. That's why I say a lot of people say things and not knowing the things that they think they're for, they are against. And the things that they think they're against, they are for. Because our words could say one thing, but our actions could show a completely different story. Happens all the time, man. Happens all the time. So this is hilarious though, man. Because you have even the older ladies now chasing after fuck boys. The older ladies who got it together financially a little bit, instead of going out and finding a man who's on their level, because they know to find a man on their level, they're going to get checked pretty quick and put in a place. See, a lot of women, as we talked about, who get themselves in a position to have a little money, they find it hard to be put in their place. They find it difficult to find it natural to be put in their position. So then they determine with their little bit of money, they go out and chase after fuck boys. And then these men, or excuse me, boys, they do what they do. They do what they was made for. They do what they was made for, and then they move on to the next one. And then you hear the same ish from all these females, even the older ones who put themselves in a position talking about, men ain't shit. I'm like, yo, where's the logic in that? Where's the logic in that? I don't want a man who's going to be a man because that turns me off. So I'm going to chase a boy instead of a man. And when that boy leaves me, I'm going to shout, all men ain't shit. Where's the logic in that? But see, that's women's logic. That's the logic of almost all women on this earth. And some of the ladies will leave a comment on YouTube or whatever, on Facebook, like I'm trying to down everybody, down all the ladies. No, this is a man's channel, first and foremost. But all in all, it's a black channel. It's about setting matters straight, having a conversation, talking about these things, knowing that these things are legit, that this is what's going on in our society today. So to brush it aside and play like it doesn't exist is just going to make the matter get worse. Doesn't get better, it gets worse. Then you got a lot of ladies up here talking about marriage. Then you ask them who they dating. Like, we've been together 3 years. Okay, how old is he? 20. Hold up. Hold up. That's what's ridiculous, though. Ladies, let me explain something to you real quick before we move on. Whoever your husband is out there that you believe God has set aside just for you, he's likely, almost a guarantee, he's minimum 7 years older than you, on average 15. Like I said, like I always say, my grandma always made sure to tell me that never marry a woman unless she's at least 10 years younger than you, because of the experience difference and the places we are at the particular times of our life. You get a woman who's 30 years old, chances are she had a lot of experience that you don't want your wife to have. You get a man who's 30, he's just coming into his prime. So men and women are completely different. This equality thing needs to be shut down completely because there's no equality. We are not equal. The minute you start understanding that is the minute you may be capable of being a wife to a man who will desperately want you. So that's what men do. Men, when they see something they want and they're desperate for it, they would do everything. Just like fuckboys would do. They will chase you, tell you everything you want to hear, this and the other. The difference is that the man will actually marry you and take care of you and build a family and a home for you because he's at that mature age. Fuckboy, as we said, do what they do. Sleep, get a little money out of you, and move on to the next. That's their job. You can't hate on somebody for doing their job. Just like the trash man. The trash man come around every Monday, Tuesday, whatever it is. He comes to pick up the trash, toss it in to the trash truck, and go on to the next house. Fuck boys, fuck around, and then go on to the next house. Come on, man. Let fuck boys be fuck boys. When you realize this, then you could be in a better position in life. Listen, you have to choose one or the other. That's all I tell people. I don't care what you choose, but you have to choose one or the other. Fuck boy or man. You can't have both. You can't have both. You can't have your cake and eat it too. And I hate that saying because what the fuck am I going to have cake for if I can't eat it? But anyway, you know why they say what they say. All right, what you got?
Wow, that's a serious issue right there. Okay, in my point of view, you can only be a boy if first you have enough money, like you have money trying to sway women into your way. And secondly, you're good in bed because it's just these two things that attract women to be closer to guys who can stay with one woman. You know, in Ghana or in Nigeria, in Africa, those that you call fuck boys, we call them like fraud boys. Fraud
Hey,
boys.
watch your mouth. Watch your
Oh,
mouth.
right. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry, my baby's right here. I'm sorry.
Watch your mouth.
You,
Period.
you, you know, those guys who you call 419 guys who always earn money illegally. So,
Yeah.
right. You know, they are typical example of that kind of boys because first of all, they get money so easily. They don't sweat for that. They don't work so hard for that. So whenever they get that kind of money, they put it on themselves. Like they're trying to wear expensive styles, put on expensive cologne. When you visit them in their apartment, they have so much luxurious stuff around them, which attracts other girls to them. So you know, every those kind of guys, they have more than 5 girlfriends. And even though all these girls are aware that this guy is not dating me alone, he has other girls, they still go to them because of the attraction, because of what they put on, because of the how do you call it? How people use to go to them like guy is rich, this
Attracted
guy
to
has
materialistic, basically.
exactly.
All right. Oh, welcome to the show. Who are we speaking to? Hello.
Hello. Hey
Yes, welcome to the show. Where are you calling from? Hello. Yeah, something wrong with your phone. Try to get that corrected as we continue on.
is
All
it
right.
the internet?
This one I'm huh?
I said, can you hear me now?
Are you there? Barely. Why your voice so low? Why's your voice so low? Do you have it on speaker? All right. Well, why she get that corrected? Um, this is my thing. It's funny because I talk through experience a lot of times, and what I say, growing up with a lot of brothers and all this. When you're young, say like you're in your 20s as a man, most girls are going to be attracted to you because, from what I understand, and the way that I live, because when you're young, you're kind of rebellious. You know what I mean? You're kind of
Yeah.
wild. You're out there, and if you put a couple dollars on that, you're good looking. That's all you really need to get a woman or a lady, a girl.
Right.
It doesn't take. See, I'm speaking from everything that the world is about. It doesn't take much to sleep with a girl at all, to be honest. Um, no, I'm serious. That's why
It
it's
depends on
easy.
that.
Yeah, most times you get it on the first date. That's just how it is when it comes with younger women. Older women too these days. Everybody gonna want what they want. See, the thing
Mm-hmm.
with girls, just like men know who they're gonna marry right away, females know who they're gonna sleep with right away.
Right.
Even though females don't recognize and understand that just because you sleep with him, he's not going to keep you. He's not going to make that man keep you.
Mm-hmm.
But ladies, a lot of young girls don't look at the capabilities or um, the what's the word that I'm looking for?
Probabilities
The
or
ambition in the man. They don't start looking for that until they're closing in on their 30s. If you talk to any lady, any age, you will get this same thing. Ladies don't start looking for men who have ambition and want to be something or going somewhere in their life until they're around the age of 30. Men don't decide to be anything until they're closer to 40. So that's that 10-year age gap that I talk about all the time. And that's how everything normally meshes up well. But the thing is this, now today, in today's society, a lot of the girls who out here playing the game with playing the fuckboy game, they're getting pregnant. And through getting pregnant, you ruin all your opportunities later on down the line. And that's what they're not seeing. And it happens. You know that they said that we might be at 88% of kids out of wedlock in Black America now, which is absolutely insane. Near 88%, absolutely insane. And that's what goes on here, as we know. Everybody played a game of fuckboy, Netflix night. That's what they call let's have a Netflix. When they say Netflix night, it means sleep on the first day,
yeah,
sex on the first day.
someone even composed a song with that. Like
Really?
fuck don't care. Fuck boys we have kids we don't even take care of. Fuck boys it is so embarrassing, like it's so stupid.
But at least that's being truthful though. Fuckboys
Yeah,
ain't gonna take care of no kid.
right.
How many single parents you seen out here? Every time you see a young girl, she pushing a stroller, and it's almost never with no baby daddy around. How many baby daddies do most of these girls got out here? On average, 2 or 3. Some girls out here got even 5 or 6 baby daddies. So that's why I say that all these girls who talk about, oh, I want a man this, I want a strong man that. No, they don't. They want a fuck boy because the evidence is there. So when I say the evidence shows if you're walking around with 2, 3, 4 baby daddies, you've chosen fuck boys over men.
I know,
That's
because
what I'm saying.
keep doing the same mistake over and over again. So it's like you're enjoying it. That's what you want.
Yeah, it's not like you made a mistake when you was 17, 18 years old. You go out there and make the same mistake over and over and over again. If he's a fuck boy and that's what you fuck with, then what do that really makes you though? Uh, I mean, the proper word would be whore, but you know how that goes. You can only use certain names these days. So I don't even know what names that they use these days. But back in the day, it used to be called whoring.
Mm.
So you had the fuck boys and you had the whoring. So if the ladies are out here with the fuck boys and they whoring it up, they chosen that path. So
Yeah.
why don't you know how somebody say own that shit, own it. So when you're 30 and you got 2 kids, 2, 3, 4 kids, 2 baby daddies, own that shit. Say, look, man, I hoard all my 20s and now my options are pretty low. So even I'm going to die with no one, or I'm going to have to settle for much less than I would have got if I had not chose to live the life with the fuckboys. Why can't everybody just own it? All I'm saying is, ladies, own it. Own it. And for the younger ones who we all know what goes on.
Mm.
I've been out there long enough to know. In
It's scary.
Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, Egypt, US, all states in the US. Look, man, most girls are sexually active, regardless.
Mm.
Most men are sexually active. The thing is, the whole point is which one you choose is going to determine your very outcome at the end of life. So if you choose in a way that, you know what, I'm in my young 20s, I got everything going on for me. I have my youth, I have my womb, um, I have all that going for me, and no babies. Use that to your advantage.
And the funny part now is that
Go ahead, I'm listening.
in this 21st century, people are rather condemning girls who are marrying men who are way much older than them. Meanwhile, that was something that was initiated long ago from the Bible. Look at the age difference between Abraham and Sarah. And those are the kind of relationship that last, that makes sense. But if you go marry someone who is far even younger than you, the woman, sometimes it depends on the character of the person. There are some guys who are in their 20s but are way more matured than some men who are in their 40s. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
yeah, sometimes it depends on um, character, but mainly also it depends on maturity, like experience, life experience. Someone who is 20 years, who is in a range of 20, doesn't have much experience of life than someone who is 40 years. That's how it is.
That's what I'm saying, but you could be 40. Hey, I was a 40-year-old fuckboy too, just not long ago. So I'm going to tell the truth. You could be 40 years old and still be a fuckboy out there. You could be 50 and still be that. You got dudes walking around here with their hat turned backwards, with sweatsuits, one leg up in Nikes. Like, you know what I mean? They
Yeah, but
in their
that's
20s.
at that stage, when you are in your 40s and you're still acting like a toddler, like a baby, that's when people start talking. Because when you are a man, if you are a man and you start aging from 40 upwards, that is the time for you to start making something out of your life, start planning well for your life. So when you see those kind of men and they still have this teenage mindset, sleeping with women and they think it's cool, oh, I still have so much life ahead of me. That's when you had people talking about you that you're not even matured enough, you don't even qualify to be called a man because you're still living a teenage years.
Yeah, I agree. But this is the thing, though. You got, like you said, the 419s, the Yahoo boys, you know what I
Right.
mean? Nigerian swingmen, the counterfeiters. You got all these running around. Like you said, they get money legally. They get their little fake jewelry, nice brand name
Yeah.
clothes, expensive clothes. Some of
Use
them get
cars.
their little car. Some
Use
of them
cars.
get their little car. Huh?
Yeah, they use already used cars, and when you step your foot in their apartment, they have so many luxurious stuff. Remember when I told you we shouldn't the Airbnb business never rent it to a Nigerian, because one guy is gonna come as he's the one going to um be the owner, like he's gonna be the one paying for all that. But before you realize, he's gonna bring his whole friends in it. There will be like 15 or 20. That's what they do in Accra in Ghana. Just one person is gonna come and say, oh, I want this apartment or this house. But before you realize, his whole entire friends are in the house and they
Yeah,
mess the
but
whole.
you can't put that on everybody. You have professionals, just like anywhere else. You have professionals. So if you're dealing with Nigerian, whoever, Togoan, Egyptian, whatever it is, as long as they're a professional businessman, that's very different. But if you're talking about just general people with no job but got cars and money, then
Mm-hmm.
that's understandable. That's a whole different territory that we're speaking, and that's the territory that I'm kind of linked into right now. But what I was getting at is I had this boy. I had this boy. He was a scammer too. When I was hanging in Akosombo, because you know that's the first place that I pretty much was in Ghana. So in Akosombo, this guy he had a small apartment. You think nothing of it. When you walk in his house, my man had flat screens all up on the wall. Beautiful this, beautiful that. I'm like, God damn! Why your place look better than mine? Like,
That's how that's, that's how they are trying.
but
So the girls come in and they're
yeah,
like very nice.
he
So
had
they don't even
laptop spread up. Wait. He had laptop spread out. So he had a car. He's actually who I used to drive around with. I'm riding a passenger. We hit up to Atapoku and all that. But it was easy to get girls in that particular way. And this dude wasn't about nothing. But I was I wasn't doing all that much good as far as things I need to be doing anyway. At the time, I'm hanging with my homie, but it just showed me that no matter where you go, because I knew what I did in America. I knew how easy it was here just by having a couple dollars, your own place. As long as you got your own place, that's all you need. A car is just like a bonus or whatever. And it was the same thing there in Ghana. All you need is these things to entice a girl, and you don't really have to say much. See, the fuck boys who got to really say a lot of things to get girls to believe them, they the ones who don't really have the materialistics to
Right.
attract the girls. Once you have the materialistics to attract the girl, you don't really have to say anything at all. You say, hey, blah, blah, blah. You let them know you like them. Hey, here's my number. And you go from there. And normally you're going to have it within 24 hours. But the boys, the fuck boys who don't have anything, they got to come up with, and that's why I said some of them are the ones who talk and say every single thing they can say to really get you to believe that they love you. They the ones who be telling you that they love you like this the next day. Like you met him on Monday, he's telling you he loves you on Tuesday. Like
Yeah,
that kind of nonsense.
sugar
Uh,
coated words.
uh, let's see. Let's see. We got Mrs. Niger in the house. She must have something to say for her to call up. She must got something to say for her to call up.
I hope I didn't offend anyone.
Might have.
What's
Good
up?
evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Are you?
I'm fine. What you got for me?
Fuck boys. I don't know.
You know what a fuck boy is?
Yeah.
They run rampant in Nigeria, especially Lagos.
Yeah. All the men in Lagos are crazy. All of them.
All men are crazy.
Especially in Lagos.
So, you for or against? Are you for or are you anti?
I'm obviously anti. Who wants a fuck boy? Nobody.
See? You know, if these young boys pulled up with a car and took you to, I'm not saying you, but most girls, especially girls in their 20s, it's hard to pull that off when a girl in their 30s and 40s. I get that. But still in their 20s, and they exchanged numbers. He got his illegal little scam business going on, and he invite you over. 9 out of 10, them girls gonna want that fuck boy. If not, they wouldn't be doing it. If not, they wouldn't be spending their time to get these materialistic things in order to attract these girls. See, guys don't do, boys and men don't do anything in this world that doesn't what's the word I'm looking for? That doesn't equal to getting a girl. Have you ever watched a movie? No matter what movie you watch, at the end of the movie, it's all about whether or not the guy gets the girl. Am I right? Everything in life that men do, that boys do, are to sleep with women. There's nothing in this world that a man do or a boy does that doesn't have to equate to sleeping with a woman. You can't name anything. A job. What is a job for? For us to go out, make money, be able to buy things that will attract you to us so that we can get you in the bedroom and sleep with you. Everything equates to the same thing. The only difference between a fuckboy and a man is that the man will settle and marry, and fuckboy will just move on to another. And when you're in your 20s, you don't really have an option but to be a fuckboy because you don't know any better. As
as a young man in his 20s, it is impossible for you to know because you haven't experienced enough life yet as a man. So in your 20s, it's impossible for you to really be serious about a relationship. You know how many relationships that I heard about that? I'm talking about the ones who have worked out. These are the ones that you could go online, people discuss their relationships and how hard it was getting to the point that they are now. The ones who married in their 20s all have the same exact backstory that they only survived because they dealt with the man cheating early on, but later on down the line, it got better to the point that it wasn't an issue at all. But one thing is similar to all them stories. The man was doing all this in his 20s. You get me?
Yeah.
The only time you could see, the only time you could say you come across a faithful man in his 20s is when you ain't living with. Because unless you know personally, you don't really know what people out there doing anyway. Especially somebody who don't have a job at that. If you don't have a job, that's just going to be that much more nonsense that you're going to get yourself involved with. In your 20s, you have to be a fuckboy. That's just part of human nature. It's part of being a man. It's part of growing into your manhood. It is very difficult for a man to go through his 20s and not have different sex partners, different girlfriends, this, that, and the other, and move through life and really be able to know enough to be social in the world and turn out to be very productive. That is very unlikely. Even women, when you see a woman who go through her 20s into her 30s being a virgin, one thing you would notice about them, they're very awkward and they're not very social. Am I telling the truth? So what you got? Are you really sure you anti-fuckboy? Can't hear. Akidima. Can't hear you. There you go. So you're certain that you're anti 100%? Yes? That's a yes? All right, so guys, you heard it here. Beautiful young Nigerian lady says that she's anti-fuckboy. So that means she's pro-man, pro-building family. So, Akidima, this is what I'm going to start doing with everybody who comes on now. Let me hear you say something so I could make sure people can hear you. Because I want you to leave your contact information, whatever way, if someone's interested in you,
Yeah.
how would they get in contact with you?
You're right.
We can't hear you.
Most women,
Okay.
yeah, anti-fuckboy, yeah. I said,
Say that again?
yeah. I don't do fuckboys.
Oh, Akidima, come on, your network. Is that your network or your phone or what? All right, guys, I'm trying to get her to drop her info. So anybody who come across this video, they know my brother's here in the US or wherever. Yeah, I can hear you now. Did you hear me? Your line is breaking. Did you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Your line is breaking. Try to hang up and call back because we want you to share your information. Hang up and try to call back. So guys, what I'm trying to do, everybody who comes on, I want you guys, if you like, to share your information, because what's happening is this. I'm getting people who calling me or messaging me behind the scenes. Everybody, these guys want me to hook them up with a girl, match make them. But I'm like, dude,
Yeah, yes.
either you come on a show or you pay me. That's the only way it's going to work. You either pay me or you come on the show and do it for free. So that's just the way that we're working with it now. So I want you guys to come on. Yes, hold on. So I want you guys to come on. I don't think she can hear me at all. Because I'm talking and she's still saying, can you hear me? You can't hear me, can you?
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah.
I said, being that you're having issues, I wanted you to share your information.
Okay, let me try something.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move on. You gotta, something is not right. Yeah, something is not right with hers over there. So I don't know. We could try again and see what happens. But this is back to everything. Once again, the rules of being a fuckboy, you must be in your 20s. You're a teenager, 18 and up, 18 to 29 to be a fuckboy. You don't have a foundation of provisions, meaning that you don't have a lasting way to provide for a family. Scamming, that shit is off and on. Doesn't really. She's gonna try again. All right, I thought she was trying again. But so that's what it is, man. You have to choose one or the other. And this whole show is about getting these girls to understand that you have to choose one or the other. You can't have both. You see, another reason that a lot of ladies don't like aggressive, strong men. Men like that, men like me, we're so aggressive to the point that we find out everything about you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're doing something, that man is going to find out about it.
Right.
That's why a lot of girls try to set up things, set up their life like, let me deal with the fuckboy early on, and then when I'm ready to go get my husband, I'll completely change. And it don't really work like that.
Yeah.
Once that spirit is in you, it takes a long time to get that spirit out of you. Because just like everything else in life, that's the spirit that you got to deal with.
It becomes a part of
Everything that we do. Huh?
It becomes a part of you.
Yes. A spirit working inside of you. Messes with your own spirit. So that's why I'm saying that it don't turn around like that. But a lot of people think it do. And then when they think they're going to turn things around, it don't work out that way. And they like, damn, why am I still this way? Why am I still making these mistakes? You chose that early on in life.
And
I don't know.
I don't even know why they go to the extent of having babies with these kind of guys, knowing fully that he's not going to be responsible. He's not going to take care of the kids and all that. Yet
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it then. Why do girls make babies with fuckboys?
If you want to enjoy life, if you want to move on that path, that's by you. That's your issue, your problem. But don't go ahead and have babies out of it, making life so miserable for those kids who know nothing about that.
You know what? Even if a man deals with a girl who has a baby, what that man is going to do, he want to know what who the baby father is. He want to know about him. He want to know his status in life. He want to know what type of man you chose to lay down and have a baby with. And when you turn around to this man who's a highly productive man, who's able to give you the lifestyle that you desire, and you tell him he was some 20-something-year-old without a job, and he look at you like, this is who you gave yourself to? this is who you gave the most precious gift you can give a man to? Gave it to you gave it to a boy without a job who can't provide. Men look at stuff like that because they always want to know why. They want to know what you do and why it is that you do. That's how we are. We're inclined to always want to know the backstory of things. That's why a lot of men today are not believing these stories that's being pushed around anymore. It's like there was a particular time in life when a woman would say anything and it was believe, no matter what. But now it's to the point that everything is being questioned, which is good. Everything's being questioned. So ladies are not able to give men these sob stories anymore and expect them to feel sympathy for them. To the point they're just going to say, oh, it's okay. It'll be okay. I'll provide. I'll take care of you. That's what these ladies out here want to hear, but it's not happening anymore. Because men are starting to question everything.
Right. You're very right about that. Not even about the lady or the woman having a kid, and then the husband or the one she's finally going to settle with wanting to know more about that kid's father. Even if you don't have kids, she still, and maybe you had a boyfriend before, like your ex, he still wants to know who he is or who he was. He want to know the kind of guys you were into. That is going to tell who you really are. If you are into gangsters, that means that's the kind of person you are. So it's very necessary to find out about who your if you don't want to find out about their ex, that's fine. But once you have kids, prior to your marriage or your relationship, your spouse is supposed to know who exactly you had those kids with, because it's going to affect him or her.
Yeah.
Once,
Bringing this bastard child into my home, I better know as much as I could.
yeah,
Like, damn.
because it's going to affect him. Every decision he's going to make is really going to affect him in every other way. And then not to talk of this kid's father coming over to your apartment or to your house making chaos, just like baby mamas also do. So those kind of issues, they just mess up marriages and mess up relationships. That's why you have to know every details of everything before you settle with men or women who already have kids.
Yeah, but it's different when you settle with a man with kids than a man settling with a woman with kids. Totally different. Totally different. A man,
Yeah.
first of all, men have it's just a different lifestyle. It's just a different way. We're not the same. So I just don't want people to compare us at all. Men could have kids over here, kids over there, kids over there. Don't matter. Um, as long as he's providing for the kids that you have with him in his home, that's what matters. Because most men are going to have children. Now, I'm not even going to say most men. Nearly half of men are all going to have children, and especially when you're dealing with people who've been through life. That should be the main focus of a girl in her youth, to get with somebody who's seen life, who understands life, who could help her maneuver through life and make the right decisions in life. If you're out here messing with a fuckboy, the only thing you're going to do is learn how to make more bad decisions. Look at it. You could take any girl at the age of 25 who started around the age of 17. I guarantee in them 7-8 years, she learned how to make more bad decisions to good decisions by messing with a fuckboy. You don't learn good decision making. It doesn't happen. It's not part of the package. These two options are package deals. You're gonna get one outcome versus the other. And they're at total opposites end of the stick. You can't get the same outcome making two opposite decisions in life. It doesn't work that way, man. And that's what I'm saying. People could be for, people could be against. Whether or not they want a fuckboy, like you heard our young friends say. Why would anybody want one? But that doesn't make sense because everybody fucks with them.
Yeah. And then the part where you said when a guy already have kids, there's a difference between that and then the lady already having kids. They, like, you're very right. There's a very wide difference in that, because with a guy, even if you have kids prior to the marriage he's having now, he's hey, he sets boundaries. Like, he is the head of the house, so he knows how to set boundaries. He knows how to make sure problems doesn't get to his current wife or partner, whoever he is with now. But with the ladies, they already have kids. They were attached to their kids already, like in every way before having marriage with the new guy. So it comes like you the current guy or you the husband now in her life, you become like a middleman. You like you're in between.
I hear. But the thing is,
I'll be
you got to put yourself in that position to be a single mother bringing a child into a marriage in the first place. You hear me?
yeah, I hear that.
See, most men know they dealing with a single mother. This lady dealt with fuckboys. Like I said, as men, we all been one. We all been one. Some longer than others. So I could never understand what a lot of people will see in me when I was living that lifestyle. A lot of times I just couldn't, but I took it because it was there. But as I became a man, I started to see the world so much more different. And my mind started to look towards like, okay, it's better to steer people in this direction than the direction that I've already known. Because I already know the outcome of messing with someone like me 10 years ago. The outcome is going to be disastrous for you. You're not going to get anything out of it but getting used and getting used in a negative way. So if I'm saying this because I know it's true, then this is going to continue to be the status quo of the outcome when you mess with a fuckboy. You're going to get used physically, mentally, and emotionally. And there's not going to be a reward at the end of the tunnel. It's only going to be misery. And you're going to carry that misery into the next relationship, another fuckboy, because now you're building a pattern of behavior. That's why I always say that it's best to marry soon as you leave your father's house. Marry in your early 20s. Find your husband. You should be looking for your husband the minute you step out of high school. The minute you step out of high school, you should be looking for your husband. You shouldn't be looking for your husband within that same school. Like I said, man, but that's just the advice that I give. I mean, what do I know? I just only lived it all of my life. So, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so she couldn't get on, and shame because looked like she would have had it would have been a good discussion. But we're gonna stop right here. And like I said, for anyone who joins from now on, I want you to share your information, how someone can contact you, because we want to start to get the ladies seen by the guys who keep bothering me behind the scenes. But I'm like I said, man, bro, come on the show. You don't got to show your face. And I'll find a way so that it just be audio, like I did when I used your phone last time. So we'll figure that out as we go on. Oh, is cheating a deal breaker? I think it was the first or second episode. It struck 10,000 views. I was kind of shocked because the other videos wasn't even doing that. But yeah, so it's cheating a deal breaker. Struck 10,000 views that we did just last month. So yeah. So next year we're gonna be happy when videos strike 100,000 views. But right now we got our first video since we've been doing this IG live hit 10,000 views on the YouTube. So keep it up. Good work. I appreciate it. But let's continue to share, talk about this, and get everybody on board with it. So we can have this party going on over here on IG Live, and figure out how we move it over to YouTube on the weekends. But yeah, thank God for that 10,000 mark, man. But it shows that people are starting to, come along. Like I said, I was talking to someone the other day who was going into a new business or career path, and only been doing it maybe for some months or whatever. And I told them, man, anything you do in this world, You got to look at it as a 3-year plan. It takes 2 years really to make a mark on whatever it is that you're doing in life. That's why when they say with businesses, they said most businesses fail within the first 2-year period. Within 2 years, you can tell whether your business is going to fail or has a chance to succeed. The 3rd year is when you want to start to recoup your losses, meaning the amount of money you spent to build the business for 2 years. Your 3rd year is when you should see revenue to begin to recoup your losses. If you can recoup 50% of your losses in your 3rd year of whatever business or whatever it is that you're in, you're doing a good job. If you recoup 100%, damn, surpass just about everybody else in the world. So just like this with anything, we're only in our 2nd month now for our IG live show. And man, we got a long ways to go. But like I said, man, I look forward to the 2-year mark. So I look forward to the 1st year anniversary. So let's look forward to the 1st year anniversary to see how far along we came. Like I said, we're now going into our 2nd month. And it feels good to have that 10,000 views. And like I said, nothing but good things in front of us. Hope you guys continue to listen, check out here on IG Live or go over to the YouTube for the replay. And listen, we want to get you guys on, men and women. We want to get y'all heard. We want to get y'all information out there so people, as this channel is now growing, people can see that you're available and you're serious. Because to be on this show, they know that you're serious because you're putting yourself out there. So to do that shows them that you're serious. And like I said, we're still going to try to hit 3 3 marital engagements this year. That is my goal. By the end of this year, from this show, that we would get 3 people seriously engaged to be married.
Amen.
So in order for that to happen, you guys gotta come along and play your part. Like I said, Akidima, maybe she'll get back on here tomorrow when her network is a little bit better so she can share her information, because I don't want to do it for anybody. I want everybody, both boys and girls. If you're in Ghana and you want somebody from Ghana, if you're a man, want somebody from Ghana, come on the show. Share your information. Let them know that you're available. It doesn't just have to be from the U.S. To Africa. It could be anywhere. As long as you're willing to do what's necessary to put yourself out there, because people can't get found unless you put yourself out there. And I don't get this with people thinking that it's just going to smack you upside the head and show up in front of your door. Life does not happen like that. You have to go out and chase what it is that you want. And we're going to get into these discussions in other episodes. But to leave you with this, if you truly want something, you have to put yourself out there and do the work and put the effort in. Nothing is going to find you. Your husband's not going to find you by sitting in church. A wife is not going to find you by sitting in church. It don't work that way. It has never really worked that way. And to have something special, it's going to take you to put the effort in and get on here and let people know that you're available, so people around the world could begin to see you. When you take when you take your surroundings and you multiply that by 1,000,000, it works wonders. Meaning, wherever you are in the world, and you're saying that I haven't found the particular person that I want, you take that, get on a show, join a show. Now you're in front of millions over the course of time. So now you got people from all around the world that you can interact with.
Yeah.
And you open so many more doors. Doors can only be open when you put in the effort and you put yourself out there. That's why they say closed mouths don't get fed. Closed legs don't get taken care of. It's just how it is. All right? All right. Ami? Yami? Which one you like better? I mean or Yami? Yami? I used to always say Yami.
You know what I
Yami?
mean? You know what I mean?
Well, y'all don't know. That's a Philly thing. This is Philly all day right here. That's a Philly slang. So when y'all hear that, that's all Philly. You know what I mean? And what else is Philly? That John. So every time y'all hear John, yo, what's up with that John? Look at that John over there. That's all Philly. All day. Every day.
Which state
Huh?
says son? Which state
And
says,
what else?
which state says that?
What?
What you doing, son?
Yo, son. What up, son? Hey, yo, son. What up with that, son? Hey, yo, you got that for me, son? Yo,
Yeah.
that's New York, man. That's New York City. The so-called big brother of Philly. But I ain't for New York like that. So
Calling everybody
it's
son.
good.
Remember when I
Yeah,
first
so. Huh?
remember when I first heard it and I was asking you that what does it mean? Does it mean like son as in son, like my son
No,
or what?
man. No, son. I mean anything like that, son. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
This means like saying homie or dude or whatever, bro. Like how they say bro now? Bro.
Yeah.
That's what it means. They just said son, but now people say bro. And like, before then was just like homie, or you know what I mean, road dog or whatever. So it's just names that change over the course of time. That's all it is. All mean the same thing at the end of the day. But all right, man. Let's get out of here. We had a beautiful show. I love this show. I love the energy. Next time, make sure your network is working correctly. Some of y'all get on. We don't have to go through all that again. But yo, it was a beautiful show. I loved it. Let's get to the next subject tomorrow, man. We're gonna keep